correct to say that in your knowledge, the raid came unexpected?
Oh, yeah.
No warrants were served, no warning was made?
No.
No call from the sheriff's office or the newspaper office to the compound?
No.
Get your weapons, the Reds are coming, or whatever?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, how you doing?
I hope I'm doing fine.
You look awful good for going what you've done. I don't know if I can take it. My question is what do you think the motive behind the ATF's initial raid was on Branch Davidians? What were they looking for, trying to prove, or?
I'm hoping that that comes out at the trial. I mean, there was never anything said about that, you know. The things that they were using against us did not hold water.
Nothing. I got a copy.
To serve. And from my understanding, a warrant was never served.
So it's correct to say that in your knowledge, the raid came unexpected?
Oh, yeah.
No warrants were served, no warning was made?
No.
No call from the sheriff's office or the newspaper office to the compound?
No.
Get your weapons, the Reds are coming, or whatever?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, how you doing?
I hope I'm doing fine.
You look awful good for going what you've done. I don't know if I can take it. My question is what do you think the motive behind the ATF's initial raid was on Branch Davidians? What were they looking for, trying to prove, or?
I'm hoping that that comes out at the trial. I mean, there was never anything said about that, you know. The things that they were using against us did not hold water.
Nothing. I got a copy of the original search warrant, unfortunately, on April 19th of this last year, and I pored over it from limited knowledge that I have on ATF laws, being a licensed firearm dealer, and I found no probable cause in the search warrant for any reason to be searching the Branch Davidians.
That's what everybody says who has had any knowledge of firearms.
The point that I found very interesting, they said that you had a boy's .52 caliber anti-tank rifle, and there is no such item.
That doesn't surprise me.
I find the entire raid on your religious abode that you lived in, I don't like calling it a compound, that denotes very...
Thank you.
Like you're a communist compound or something. Very insulting to the entire American people.
Well,
I find it disgusting that our government has lowered itself to such a low state to have to make up things like .52 caliber boys rifles, to make up that having empty inert grenades is illegal, to not go to other agencies and find out what the truth really is. It seems that our government is masking itself and trying to protect people when their sole objective is to destroy people. And I'm embarrassed many times when I watch like what happened to you and your people, that this is America and the way it's heading. Very embarrassed for this country. And I pray God that one day we all wake up to what this government is doing to us.
well, I know one thing. I know that what happened at Mount Carmel Center has awakened many people who are asleep.
I hope it continues to wake up more people. Everyone that I talked to, I passed out over 100 copies of the search warrant to people, and I've been working very diligently, I think as Lou here knows, to get the truth out of what has happened there. And it's been an honor and a pleasure for me to talk with you tonight.
Thank you.
Catherine, you mentioned your family. Was your husband
No.
there?
My personal family was not there. My family were the young people and the people at the camp. I had, well, here's an instance that I thought was very funny. Some of them had come in and, you know, they had left their families. And this young boy, the one that was up at the top of the water tower, that was scraping the water tower, when he came up, they shot him. This young boy would come over to my house. This is when we were in our own homes. And he'd knock at the door and he'd say, I hurt my finger. And I'd say, okay, come on in and I'll put something on it. And a couple of times I could hardly see where he'd hurt it, but I figured, well, you know, he wanted somebody to talk to. He wanted an older person that was like his mother, you know. And he'd come in, and one time he came in and he just sat there and didn't say a word. He just sat there. And he used to do that quite often. But as he matured, he didn't do that so much. He started to realize that he had to take care of his own problems.
I was just curious, did your husband ever visit you there?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he'd come and pick me up. Usually August, he would take the full month off, and we'd go see our children, and we'd travel around, and but he never wanted to stay.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Were you living there most of the time, then all the time you basically stayed right there at?
Basically, yes. I lived in California a while, and I traveled a bit, but basically I was at Mount Carmel.
Okay. I wasn't, well, I didn't watch the news too much. This has been going on quite a while before I saw much of it, but I have talked to people since then who claimed that, they were horrible people, they were abusing children. We had people that used to live there, came out of there trying to get their kids back. And you alluded to something earlier about someone who had, or mentioned someone earlier who had been to Australia or somewhere, came back and was trying to basically take over leadership, and the people wouldn't follow him. Could this have had something to do with how this type of information got out into the public?
Well, you know, people read things from where they stand. And they're very apt to believe what they read in the newspaper or in a magazine, especially when they don't really know exactly what's going on. And most people do not take and try to find out for themselves whether it's true or not.
Yeah, I understand that, and I know the media, well, people can say something. I know we've had a vice president basically was destroyed because he told the truth about the news media. And I'm aware of this, but a lot of people in this country are not. And that your own personal experience being there, there was no abuse or contention with the children, nothing that the children were there.
I'll tell you, if David had ever found out that somebody was abusing the children, they'd have been told to leave. And he never told anybody to leave.
And they were not holding, say, children from families there that families had left. And,
you see, the thing was that we were a family, not a group of families.
Okay, I understand this. Yes, you were living a communal type lifestyle, like the early church did, in one home, basically. The whole family, one human family living together.
That's right.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Could I just step in here and say it's a good idea if you would like to buy these tapes from the two gentlemen that are here. I believe they're $15. It would be good to get this out across the United States. The Patriot video number is 702-379-1782, and Eagle International Films, 702-791-3445. So please consider getting a video of this tape and getting it out amongst the United States people. Thank you.